First off, let me just say I am so absurdly satisfied with this series in its entirety. It's satisfied is an understatement. This series, like I've been saying from the beginning, I said starting from episode one that it had potential to be the best series of the year for me, and after watching the entire series, it's absolutely that. I can't think of any series that comes even close to how much this series made me feel and and I just enjoyed every aspect of it. Every episode was great. There was not a dull episode in the bunch. There wasn't a dull moment in the bunch. It was such an incredible series. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's kind of go through this finale episode, which, god damn, it was a finale. I mean, that is how you do a finale. So many twists and turns, back and forth. The power dynamic is shifting throughout the entire episode. You got Oz on top, then you got Sophia on top, then you got Oz back on top, then you got Sophia back on top. It was breakneck. It was insane. And it made for like such an exciting landing that they absolutely stuck. I mean, so many series now start off so great and have a lot of great stuff, and then the final episode shits the bed. And I was so relieved to see that they did this so well. Like, bravo to everyone who had anything to do with this. The actors, the writers, the directors. Just, I mean, the concept of it. Like, it, from the beginning to the end, I haven't watched something this good in a really long time. I would say, I mean, I think this series is better than The Batman, which The Batman is one of my favorite Batman films of all time. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was, okay, I'm not going to go into the Batman. We're not talking about that here. But I loved it. That's the point. And while I thought the Penguin would be a wonderful addendum, continuation of a story, some background on a specific character that we've already met, I was not prepared for what I got from the Penguin. Like, this far and away is even better than the Batman. And I don't know, it just makes me think of so many other series that should be doing that. Like, Marvel's been doing this, okay? Marvel's been doing this. They started it, this building a universe by not only having films, but also introducing series featuring the same characters. And as much as I absolutely love some of those series are phenomenal. None of them holds a candle to this. Like, not a single series is better than the films, right? And they're all afraid to do too much, to change the dynamic of the character, to change his position in the world of the films. This series had no fear. They took Oz from this kind of middleman character who was given this club to manage to the absolute head of all crime in Gotham. I mean, they changed this character's trajectory so much in this series. And I think most other studios would be afraid to do something like that. But they went for it, and they pulled it off, absolutely. So even from the beginning of this episode, we start off with Oz's mom and Oz. Actually, we start off in Oz's mom's mind, back to the night of the jazz club, and we find out that she had actually asked Rex Calabrese to kill Oz. That's fucking crazy. But we get it, right? Like, he's this damaged, evil son of a bitch, and she knows it because she knows what he did to his brothers. Her sons are dead because of what he did. And we get that information, and then we fast forward to, they have captured Oz from the previous episode. They have him and his mom tied up in some room, and they do this wild-ass torture/therapy session. The mom She admits that she knows. Oz still won't admit it. He has to have his mom see him in a certain light. She goes nuts, right? She stabs him and then goes into this seizure, this fit. And in all that commotion, Oz breaks free, shoots everyone in the room except Sophia. He escapes, takes his mom to the hospital, and she's like unresponsive. But just that shift of the power dynamic. You start off with Oz, at death's door there, right? Like, Sophia could have killed him at any moment. Captured, tied up. They have his mother. Mom stabs him, okay? The power's all with Sophia at this point. And boom, like that, Oz takes the power. Anyway, he gets to the hospital, takes his mom there, and reunites with Victor there. And man, this episode for Victor, oh my God. I mean, that was another thing. We'll get to it, but just, I didn't think they would do that. I did not see that coming at all. Anyway, Oz finds out that his mother is in a permanent vegetative state, that she'll never be able to like speak or communicate with him ever again. And that really, because all Oz craves is like his mother's approval, right? That's all he really wants in the world. Like, yes, the money, the power, all that is important, but like more than anything, he wants his mother to say, "I'm proud of you." And he actually says it at a point in this episode, like, "Please just tell me you're proud of me. Tell me you're proud of me." Oh my God. And it's like, I've never had a series. Well, I wouldn't say never. There's very few series or films or stories where I feel for a character but hate his fucking guts just the same. This series did such a great job at character development that you don't know what to feel by the end of it. Anyway, so Sophia puts a bounty on Oz, promising basically her whole operation. She's like, "I'm getting the fuck out of here. Whoever gets him gets my whole operation. It's yours." So Victor gets a call from one of the old crew and finds out about this bounty, right? Like, they've been tasked with bringing in Oz. And but this guy's like, "But look, man, we want to help you out. Like, we have loyalty to Oz." And some guys show up and they take Oz and Victor to the docks, right? And we think, like, Vic fucked up. He never should have told that guy where to find them. Like, of course that guy didn't really want to help them out. But we find out at the docks that it was a legit double cross. Like, half the people at the docks were actually in league with Oz and Vic. And they take every other major player in Gotham out, but leave Sophia to an even worse fate. Something she fears more than anything sends her back to Arkham Asylum. Oh. And then they bring in the Selina Kyle mention. I did enjoy that. I enjoyed that. I didn't think it was necessary. It was a nice little thing just to fully connect it to the Batman world, and maybe set something up a little for a little later. Maybe Sophia and her half sister Selina Kyle will have some interaction going forward. But the next scene is so fucking brutal, and this is why, like, yeah, you can feel for Oz in certain moments, but this solidifies him as the worst piece of shit on earth, dude. Like, Oz kills Vic because he's starting to have feelings. He's starting to care about this guy. He's starting to care about having him around. He's starting to feel like he's family, and Oz can't have the weakness of love. He can't have the weakness of caring about somebody else. So he chokes Vic out and kills him. And I was floored. I did not. There's no way I saw that coming. Maybe early on, but at this point, I no fucking way did I think they would kill Vic. If you remember, I even predicted, or I didn't really predict, but I said that they could kill Oz in this and it would work. But killing Victor was like, there's no going back. Like, I can't get with Oz now. I can't. I cannot. After Vic saved him so many fucking times and killed for him, and then he kills off Victor, oh my God, you felt for this kid so bad because he needed this family. He needed this father figure. And right as he tells Oz that he feels like Oz is his family, Oz fucking kills him. Damn, that was brutal. Yeah, that was the biggest part of the episode for me. It wraps up after that. Oz is back with Eve with this weird scene where, she's dressed in his mother's clothes and saying all the things he longs to hear from his mother. Like, it's, it's bittersweet for Oz because he accomplished all this and his mother can't even be aware of it. All he wants is her approval. He got what he needed to get her approval, so he thought, but she can't even enjoy it with him. She can't even tell him she's proud. And it's like the worst fate. So it's definitely bittersweet for him. He's running Gotham. He's running shit now. He is the top fucking dog. And his mother is none the wiser. After all of that. Yeah. But his mother's still alive. He has her there in his penthouse. Keeping the promise he made to put her up in the big penthouse overlooking the city. But, like, she's a vegetable. She's in a vegetative state forever. And he's having Eve act out motherly things with him. It's a little gross. Like I said, it's a crazy fucking ending. A really dark ending. Like, there was no bit of happiness in this ending unless you're rooting for Oz, which you're kind of not after he kills Victor. Jesus Christ, this was brutal. Anyway, just to wrap it up, I mean, I think you know my thoughts by now. Greatest show of the year, maybe greatest show of the past several years. I haven't been this invested in a show and this surprised by a show probably since, like, the middle of the run of Game of Thrones. This is incredible. The Watchmen was probably a close second, but even that, I still think, as much as I absolutely love The Watchmen, I think I enjoyed this series even more. And you know what's crazy is, I think I said this before, but this doesn't need to be a Batman show at all. It stands alone, dude. It is so damn good. People were like, oh, it's another series with the Batman universe without the Batman. It's like, okay, but this is different. This ain't no fucking Gotham. This ain't no, any other DC show. This is the creme de la creme. This is the best Batman live-action TV show ever made. So those are my thoughts. As always, I'd love to hear yours. Let me know in the comments or reach out on social media at Real Brett Scott. I'd love to talk about this stuff. Let's continue talking about it. I could talk about this stuff all day. All day. I know I give you these little 10 to 15 minute videos, but, like, literally I'm thinking about it all day. So, yeah, reach out. Let's chat about it. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video if you enjoyed my take, and if you do like this sort of thing where I talk about entertainment and pop culture, TV series, movies, things like that, then please subscribe to the channel, and if you do decide to subscribe, then I'll talk to you again real soon. Thanks.